Up until the Xbox 360, I always played video games with the game sound, just playing through the TV or computer speakers. About the time the Xbox 360 released, and I purchased it, I also built my first custom PC that was built specifically for gaming, and shortly after that came my decision to purchase my first pair of gaming headphones. I remember unboxing my 5.1 surround sound Turtle Beach headphones, white with black accents, placing them on my head and thinking, I've arrived. Wasn't sure where, but I knew I had. They worked for both the Xbox 360 and my newly built gaming PC, and I was completely in love with the concept of gaming with a headset. Fast forward a couple years, as well as 2 additional Turtle Beach headsets, and I soon realized that most gaming headphones were kind of gimmicky and I wanted something more. With age comes wisdom. The problem was though, that not only was I looking for a pair of headphones that worked great for gaming, but I also wanted something great for editing videos with great sound balance, yet could also be used casually when listening to music or watching videos. Oh, and it had to include wireless connectivity to connect to my phone via Bluetooth. Oh yeah, I also wanted something that fit all that criteria while also staying under my budget of $200 US. Did I find them? Let's find out in my review of the Audio-Technica ATH-M50xBT. The BT stands for Bluetooth, obviously. Motto names, am I right? Welcome back to the channel, friends. If you're a regular around here on the channel, don't forget to drop a like and leave the hashtag OMG down in the comments below so I know who you are. Also, if you're new around here and you like reviews of streaming and content creation products like this one, don't forget to subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button below and ring the bell next to it to be notified when I post new videos. Also, I stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evening, so if you have any questions or feedback about today's video, feel free to drop in and say hello whenever you see me live. The link for my Twitch page, as always, can be found down in the description below. All right, with the formalities out of the way, let's dive in. The Audio-Technica ATH-M50s have actually been around for quite some time, and they've been a popular pair of headphones since the mid-2000s when they first came out. In fact, they've sold over 1 million of these headphones. And yeah, you heard that right, they've been selling this model for like 15 years. This upgrade is basically the exact same pair of headphones as the M50s, however with Bluetooth, allowing them to connect wirelessly to your phone, tablet, or even your PC if it offers Bluetooth or if you feel like buying a Bluetooth adapter. There is a reason the only upgrade to the headphones in the last 15 years is Audio-Technica adding Bluetooth capabilities, and that's because they are already great fucking headphones. No, seriously, these things sound amazing, and I can tell you right off the bat that yes, these are the best headphones I've personally ever used. They tick every box I mentioned in the intro to this video, including being great for gaming, which is where I was certain they would not perform as well. The sound profile on these things are amazing. I had heard complaints from others that they weren't bass heavy enough or the highs weren't as sparkly as other headphones, but coming from someone that's always considered themselves to be a bass head and has liked a lot of bass in my music, I think they hit with the bass in just the right amount actually. You see, normally bass heavy headphones or speakers in general can be so bass heavy that you lose the details. However, not with these. Maybe there are headphones that have more sparkly highs, but these things are so clear and the amount of detail out of them is frankly unbelievable to me. While technically they may not be the best when it comes to bass if you're a bass heavy person, or highs if you really enjoy that sparkly type feeling, the mid-range more than makes up for those shortcomings if they even exist, and I don't think it's an issue at all for 99% of people. Do the Sennheiser HD 600 series have better highs? Maybe, probably, but you're also paying double the price. In this price range, I honestly do not think you'd find a better, more balanced pair of headphones that sound absolutely magical. Now, obviously, I'm hyping these headphones up quite a bit right now, and honestly, I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I think these headphones are amazing, especially for the price. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't some cons to them. But for me personally, the pros have definitely outweighed those cons. For example, these things are built well, and they're built from very high quality material that feels like they will last from years to come without falling apart like other headphones that I've owned. Also, the battery life, these headphones have a whopping 40 hours playtime on a single charge. They're using the latest in Bluetooth technology, Bluetooth 5.0, which introduced much lower power consumption while also decreasing the lag Bluetooth traditionally offered. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? With music, it's never been a huge issue. But if you ever tried to watch a video over Bluetooth, you'd quickly notice that the sound didn't quite match up with the video or with people's mouths as they spoke, which just completely takes you out of the immersiveness of the content you're trying to enjoy. The headset also features touch controls, allowing you to adjust the volume, skip songs, as well as pause and play. These are tactile buttons and not touch controls like you're starting to see on a lot of more modern headphones, and I have heard several people complain about not liking the position of them, which is on the back of the ear cup. However, personally, I've not had any issues with that as well. In fact, I actually like the placement of them, as I typically grab the entire side of the cup when pressing a button. They do also have a touch control on the same side of the tactile buttons, which is on the left ear cup, that you can press to bring up whatever personal assistant you prefer, whether that's Siri, Google, Alexa, Cortana, etc. You simply hold your finger over the Audio-Technica logo on the left cup for just a second or two to launch it on your device. Another thing I've heard people mention not liking about the headphones was the built-in mic when using it in Bluetooth mode. However, once again, it's not something I've had any issues with. In fact, when testing it very thoroughly with my wife, I went outside with traffic around, walked up to different devices like air conditioner units, and unless I was standing right next to something, my wife couldn't hear anything other than me coming through on her phone. In fact, when I first called her to test out the Bluetooth capabilities for voice calls on this device, the first thing she said to me was, "Wow, your voice sounds really, really good." So I'm not sure if they've updated the mic or its ability to suppress background noise over time, as even this particular model of the Audio-Technica M50s has been out for about 2 years now. Whatever the case, in all of my testing with my wife and calling other people, there have been zero complaints or issues. And in fact, everybody has said my voice sounds very clear coming through their phone. There is one downside to the Bluetooth mic, and that is that if you're using an aux cable to connect them to your device, which is how I use the headphones when I'm gaming, for example, when using them that way, the Bluetooth mic doesn't work at all. And you have to actually use a cable with an inline mic built in, which the headphones do come with. However, the cable that the headphones come with is quite short, and personally, I immediately replaced it with a longer cable. This isn't actually an issue for me since personally I use a separate professional XLR mic with my computer when gaming and live streaming anyways. However, it's something you should be aware of. Speaking of using an aux cable, another great thing I noticed is that whether I'm using an aux cable or the Bluetooth connection, personally, I notice no difference in the sound quality from these things, which is not something that you can say about a lot of other headphones that offer Bluetooth. Now, admittedly, I'm not an audiophile expert, so maybe there is a slight difference, but it's definitely not something that 99% of you guys will notice. Now, as I said, even though I don't think the cons outweigh the pros to these headphones, and I think that they're definitely worthy of their cost, there are a couple things that I'd love to see them change in the future. These headphones do not have active noise cancellation. While this isn't an issue for me, and in most cases I actually don't like active noise cancellation, it would still be nice if it was an option that you can turn on and off. For the most part, I wouldn't use it, but there is just one case where I know that I absolutely would. Traveling via plane. I travel via plane quite often for work, and if you ever have, you know planes can be loud as fuck. Other than that, I'd personally never use it, as I actually like hearing my surroundings a bit, and also active noise cancellation drastically decreases battery life. For example, in something like the popular Sonys with active noise cancellation, you're looking at battery life of like 8 to 10 hour range versus the 40 hours you get out of the Audio-Technicas. Another thing I'd love to see them add is multiple Bluetooth connections support. Currently, you can only have these headphones paired to one device at a time, which means switching between different devices isn't the best, especially because it doesn't have a pairing button. Instead, you have to manually disconnect the headphones from the device you are currently using before you can pair them to another device. There is another option, which is to hold down both volume buttons as well as the control button, the pause play button, for 8 seconds, which will then cause the headphones to go into pairing mode. However, it would be much simpler if they just added a pairing button, or better yet, multiple device support, like you're seeing in a lot of more modern headphones. Lastly, and this is probably more of a personal thing, as I've heard some people say that they have zero issues with this, while many others claim they do. The ear pads on these things, in my opinion, they kind of suck. The cushioning in them wasn't enough, and I'd get a headache quite quickly when using them. You can, of course, change the ear pads, which is what I ended up doing. And the ones I chose was recommended by a lot of people using the Audio-Technica M50s and are the Brainwaves hybrid memory foam ear pads. However, anytime you switch from stock ear pads on headphones, you're definitely going to change up the sound pattern slightly. With the Brainwaves, it was actually quite mild and wasn't something that bothered me, but it's definitely something you should be aware of. Over time, as you wear the headphones and they stretch out a bit, you may be able to go back to the stock pads if you choose, but to be honest, I've been loving the Brainwaves so far and definitely think it was worth the 20 bucks or so for them. If you are interested in those, I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can find them on Amazon, as they were a great recommendation in my opinion. In closing, for $179, I don't think you'll find another pair of headphones that sound as good as these ones do, especially in that price range. Also, in regards to specifically using these for gaming, as that was my primary reason for purchasing them, they sound absolutely phenomenal. In fact, they've now become my daily use headphones and not just my headphones for gaming. I hear sounds in games that I've been playing for years that I've never noticed before, and I also notice things like footsteps more easily because they are so well balanced and nothing gets drowned out from anything else. In my opinion, if you're looking for a more professional style headphone for gaming, I think they're a great buy, and like me, they may just become your everything headphones because they're that good. If you want to pick them up, I will leave a link to them as well as the ear pads I purchased for them, the Brainwaves, as I said down in the description below. Using my link does help support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it allows me to continue making videos like this one that you're watching now. With that said, thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, this review, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this one, maybe consider hitting the red subscribe button below, as well as ringing the bell next to it to be notified when I post new videos. Also, as I said, if you have any additional questions that I can answer about these headphones or any feedback at all, I do live stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evening. The link for that, as always, will be down in the description below as well. And until next time, peace out, everybody.